Hey everybody, David Alter here for Rink Toronto, presented by Bodog. Make a play, Canada's choice for free casino games, sports odds, and poker strategies. And remember this place? Yeah, the Leafs haven't been here in a while. Scotiabank Arena, where the Toronto Maple Leafs return from a 5-game road trip as they get ready to take on the Edmonton Oilers. And the Leafs will have a lot of new faces here at Scotiabank Arena. Remember, they revamped their roster with so many trades while on that road trip. Jake McCabe among them. He will be on that same spot with TJ Brody. Erik Gustafsson will get in as well. He was acquired from the Washington Capitals. Luke Shen still back home on baby watch. Sam Lafferty, also in that trade with McCabe, will be here as well. And so it's going to be a new look lineup for a lot of the Toronto Maple Leaf fans here in the building who have not seen this new look, and it should be very interesting as they go up against an Edmonton Oilers team who smoked them on the road. That was one of their worst games of that road trip by far. So that'll be an interesting one. John Tavares is going to return to the lineup. Remember, he missed that last game against New Jersey for precautionary reasons. Woke up not feeling great. Got better as the day went along. That was on the Sunday. But the Leafs just decided, you know what? Rest a little bit. And it gave them a bit of a different look with Sam Lafferty in the middle of that second line with William Nylander and Calle Jarnkrok. They connected on a pretty nifty goal. And as a result of that, Sheldon Keefe's going to roll with that same second line. And so John Tavares will be on the third line with Michael Bunting and a rotating cast of different wingers. So as a result of that, the Leafs are going to go with a bit of a different mix and go 11-7. Erik Gustafsson will get back into the lineup. He's only played in games with 7 defensemen. They talked about how it's a bit of a transition for him because when he was with the Capitals, he was a top point getter, among defensemen, and really playing a lot of PP1 time, getting a lot of minutes. Hasn't been the case since he joined Toronto, so the Leafs are making a conscientious effort to make sure he gets back into a groove. And so that comes at the cost of that third line with Bunting and Tavares, but Tavares is used to it. A couple of years ago when he had Simmons on that second line in that pandemic season, the one where they were just playing the Canadian teams, they did a similar look against the Canucks of all teams. So there you go. It will be interesting to see how that experiment works out. Don't know how much longer they're going to go 11-7, although the Tampa Bay Lightning did a lot of 11-7 for their cup runs. So there could be something to be said about having the defensive depth. Matt Murray will get the start in goal for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is his second start since coming back from an ankle injury. He made his return against the Canucks in a losing effort, but it certainly wasn't his fault. With a lot of days off, it'll be interesting to see how Murray bounces to that performance against a pretty good Edmonton Oilers team. And that will really be his sense of exactly where Matt Murray is at when it comes to his season as well. On the other side, we were looking forward to seeing Jack Campbell return here in this building. It doesn't look like it was going to happen. He held court with the media moments ago, talked about the memories and all that stuff, and you can kind of tell, he was just kind of lamenting on the fact that it hasn't really been a good season for him in his first year with the Oilers. And so Stuart Skinner has kind of taken the bull by the horns there. And even though head coach Todd Woodcroft would not confirm, he doesn't like to say it, Skinner wasn't on the ice. Jack Campbell was for a long period of time. It was the exact same scenario when we were in Edmonton before Skinner got that start. And Skinner performed really well in the Oilers' last game, picking up a road win against the Boston Bruins of all teams. So you can't really argue with that call if it is, in fact, Stuart Skinner going tonight. But there probably will be a tribute video for Jack Campbell. Of course, he won the hearts of many when he kind of essentially took the starting role from Frederik Andersen back in 2021. But the Leafs just didn't want to commit on the term, and so they moved on. And so far it's worked out with Ilya Samsonov as the team's kind of pseudo number one right now, with Matt Murray also in the mix. And so that is the story right here in Toronto. Myself and Rob Wong will have your post-game show. Make sure you rate and subscribe on all of your favorite podcast platforms to Rink-Wide Toronto, presented by Bodog. From sports odds to free casino games, make a play at bodog.net. Rink-Wide Toronto, pregame, postgame, every game.